Sorry about last week.
We're trying to get the consistency back here.
Yeah. But I am Jim.
And I am Steve.
You're listening to Inappropriate, so thank you guys once again for coming back. Can we just get right into it, Steve?
Yeah,
like,
I think
skip the foreplay.
Yeah, that's usually the way I like to go. I like to go, so I think it's fine.
Your wife is a happy camper. My son got a job.
Shit.
He has adopted it 100%.
Is he selling candy
door to door out of his book bag?
Yeah, out of his
No,
book bag.
he is a busboy at a local restaurant.
Good on you, Carter.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm a little sad. I didn't think that I would have any emotion other than proud, and I'm very proud of him because he just jumped right into this.
Yeah.
But like 2 weeks ago, he was just this lazy teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't get him to do a damn thing, and now all of a sudden he's got a boss. He's like, yeah, I talked to my boss today, or my boss asked me to work, and like I'm filling out W-2s, and it's like there's this weird loss of innocence or something. Like he crossed that threshold.
Yeah, because it is a weird thing when your like kids start working and then you're like, oh, like they have their own, like it's outside of like, because it's always been
contained within the house.
Within the house. Like if he had a sporting event or if he had like, it was something that you were involved in.
Yes.
And now this is on him. Like the people that work there may never know who you are.
Right. Right. And he, like, I have to drive him there and pick him up, but he has Uber.
Yeah.
So the other day, my wife and I were at a show and he Ubered. Well, he Ubered to the gym because after work. But anyway, I'm very proud of him. But it's an interesting time, I guess, as a dad to see your kid go off and start working and having a life outside of you.
Yeah, that is true. My daughter just got her own apartment.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so she no longer is a resident of Maryland.
Where she living full time up there?
She lives full time in New York.
Wow.
I mean, I wish I wasn't paying the bill, but
she still relies on daddy for that.
Yeah. But lives in Harlem. So, you know, good on her.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I know. And then there was another thing?
Yeah, well, it kind of parlays what he had to take an Uber because Nicole and I were at a show. And something interesting happened in the show, and I was going to tell you in the group chat, but I was like, you know what?
It's a good thing to save.
I'm gonna save it. So we went to go see comedian Nate Bargatze.
Oh yeah, he was just in Baltimore this past weekend. Yeah.
And we went to the Friday show.
Everyone and their mother went to that. You
know, it's weird because I don't typically lean towards like clean comedy. Not that I shy away. Yeah, he's very clean. Like I would say there was a handful of kids in the not like kids, but like you know, early teens. He doesn't cuss, and everything is. He's about as clean as you can get, and still funny.
I feel like that's hard to do.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
because we
delivery.
try to be funny, and all we do is cuss.
Right. We suck.
Yeah.
So, I went to go when they got released because Nicole really likes him and I like him, so I was like, okay. And the way that it was set up is the stage was round in the very middle of the
Baltimore Arena.
Yeah, the Baltimore Arena. So it doesn't, it's just a circle and everything's round.
Yeah.
So they had some floor seats, and I was like, okay, they had some pretty good floor seats, like maybe like 10 rows back. But I was like, you know what? We always sit behind some tall 6'7" fucking brute beast of a man,
Yeah.
Or somebody with like a hat. I don't know, but like my wife is like 5'2", and I'm 5'9", so we're not midgets. But at the same time, we're not the tallest people in any room.
Yeah, somebody, when they sit down, they're going to impede your view.
Yeah, so I was like, I found these seats that were front row, section 120, which is pretty much 2 feet up. So I'm like, front row, perfect. This is where we're going to sit.
Yeah.
So we get to the arena, we get some drinks. And then he had 5 openers. So the one opener was about ready to come on. They were all like 10-minute spots,
Okay.
He had like a host who did like a 5-minute thing, and then the first one, second one, third, and then he came up. So it was about about an hour-ish.
Okay, so it's not too bad.
No, and most of them were pretty good. Some of them sucked, but so by the time we walked down, our entire the whole front row was taken except for 2 seats. So I knew which ones were mine. We get down to the very bottom, and I like about 3 steps up or 3 steps from the bottom. I kind of look over, and there is sitting the seat right next to mine, this humongous guy. And I don't want to fat shame, but this motherfucker was so big, he could not fit both ass cheeks on his seat. So he was like...
and he's directly next to you?
Next to me. And like he's sitting sort of sideways, and he's trying his best, I think, to like not come over too much.
Yeah.
But he's like holding on to the railing to prevent himself from like falling over. This dude was massive, like fat dude. Knowing damn well he couldn't fit in any of these fucking seats before he bought these tickets. And he's already spilling over into what would be my seat. You know, the real estate you have in the front of your seat for your knees?
Yes, like where you try to keep your the armrest.
Yeah, well, I already knew the armrest would be blown out. Like, which pissed me off anyway. Like, so, but he's like coming over even more. Like, I can see it. I'm not even at my seat, but I can see that his fat is beyond the armrest. His leg is like 40, maybe I'll give him credit, 30% into my real estate. So I would have to cock my knees into Nicole's.
Oh.
And then I was, because I can't.
Now, were you guys the end of the row?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and there was normal sized people on the left of us. He was to the right. And it was like, fuck. And Nicole's like, you know what? Fuck this. She was like, every time we just, we deal with it. And I was like, yeah, no, you're right. She was like, fuck this. And so like, we're like kind of pissed now because like the seats were like $240 a seat. Yeah. So it wasn't like, hey, here's some free tickets, go see some comedian.
Yeah.
And like, I can't enjoy it. I'm not, if I put my wife there, I'm getting in a fight because she'll just fucking run her mouth the whole time. So like, I got to eat the shit. So anyway, we go to guest services and there's like old guy working. And then he wasn't the manager, but we were like,
would you have done this without Nicole?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Neither would I, but I was just like, it's like self-preservation almost that you're just like, let's go see what can happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked to the old guy and it's a sold out show, like completely, not even resell tickets. Like everybody bought tickets and it's going. And he was like, there's, this is sold out. We're like, yeah, we know. But like,
what did you go up and say?
We said, hey,
there's a really huge person.
Yeah. I said, just that, like, I'm not trying to fat shame, but this guy cannot sit in his seat. He's in my seat, basically. I cannot enjoy the show. And Nicole threw out something about anxiety. I don't. But,
she needs the ESA.
Yeah, I was like, we don't even really need to say that. Like, I bought this seat.
Yeah,
I can't enjoy or sit in my seat.
Yeah, you paid $240 for a like 2-foot space.
Yes, like I want to sit in it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, there's these 2 seats in row J, section 220. I'm like, no. Like, that obviously isn't going to cut it.
Yeah.
So then he was like, well, you might want to talk to the manager. And so she was finished up with somebody. It was a nice lady. So we tell her, like, hey, this is the situation. And she's on this, like, notepad or something. I guess they have, like, random things that they can do. And she was like, this is sold out. And she was like, do you guys mind sitting next to a dog? And I was like, no, I prefer actually to sit only around dogs, actually.
How big is that dog?
She was like, okay, I got good seats for you guys. We're like, all right. So we go down and we get these wristbands. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, do you just want my tickets in case somebody else comes and complains? She was like, yeah, that'd be great. Actually, she was like, no, don't. I don't want to do that to somebody else. But first she was like, yeah, that would be great. And then she was like,
maybe the smallest person in the entire world was going to come.
Well, if it was only once, if somebody needed one seat, they could have sat in the other one too. So we go down to this like private club area.
All right.
Where you can upgrade your seats for like $50 and then have access to this it looked like a nightclub. Had some like tables, it was carpet, it had a private bar, private bathrooms and so forth. And that's where all the suites are, like before the show, where they have their private rooms with the food and everything. Yeah. So we go down in there, and she takes us out, walks out to the the stadium area or whatever, and it's the ADA area. So it's individual. It's like right in the front. So and then
what's ADA mean?
It's like handicapped. Where,
okay.
And it's just like the folding chairs there.
Okay.
And it's like 5 of them for this nice, huge area. Yeah. So we get 2 seats, and it's perfect glass front row. Like, and then it was just like 2 other ladies came, and then one of them had like a service dog who oddly it was really cool. The service dog sat and stared at her face the entire time.
Really?
Like locked into her face.
That's wild.
And it was just still. Just waiting, I guess, for a command or something.
He was on duty.
And so that worked out great.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
And then 2 things. We were so close that when Nate came out, I stuck my hand out and he gave me 5. Like, that's how close we were. Like, it was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, though, to wrap this up, I was like, we didn't really eat dinner. I was a little hungry, but I was like, fuck, we started drinking. And then I had to take a piss. And I took a piss. When I came back, like, all the suites were empty, but all the food was still there. So I just walked in one of the suites, grabbed some pizza, and fucking just headed out.
That's a strong move. That is an awesome move.
Like all the doors were open. You know what I mean?
Because
they were just going to throw them away.
Yes, the people already paid for whoever had
Nobody's going back in the suite because they had to go back out to where like we were, and then up to the suite level seats, or in the next level up. So it's not even close.
It's a perfect crime. Yeah, it's a victimless crime.
No, I was pretty proud of myself because I saw when I was
fuck those seats. I think you got to pre-beats is actually better.
So here is the word of the wise: if you ever into like paying for seats or something, and there is somebody that's very large, or if you are very large, there is options that you can go and they will accommodate you.
That's good to know. Yeah, you know if I was going to comedians and things, the front row is usually the worst spot to sit. So because if they do like crowd work, especially that big guy, like he must know that I'm good, because otherwise he's like the easiest target in the entire world. So
they wouldn't have seen him, because there would be like 10 rows on the floor, and then we were front row. You know what I mean?
I got you. Okay.
So, but one of the guys did a little bit of crowd work. Nate didn't. But some of the other guys did.
Yeah, I remember I saw one comedian. Remember Artie Lang? Mm-hmm. So I went to one of his New Year's Eve shows in
back in his coked up days.
Yeah, back in the like good Howard Stern days, and they had like they had, I was like maybe 5th, I was like 3 or 4 rows back from the front, and all the comedians that came out before did crowd work, and I don't know how I became a fucking target. All of them kept calling me Asian. They kept saying, "Look at this Asian guy in the front," and I'm not Asian. And then I was just like laughing. And then like the 3rd time it happened, I was like, "I'm not Asian." I don't know why I decided to fucking say that. And it was a guy named Reverend Bob Levy, and he was just like, "Well, what are you?" I was like, "I'm Greek." And then he's just like, "Oh, well, then you just like to get fucked in the ass," and then just ragged on me for being gay. It was the worst. It was the worst. Fucking get him. Speaking of close quarters and seating things,
as of January, Southwest, if you are a large person, and I couldn't find what the cutoff is, they're requiring you to buy 2 seats.
Really?
And if the flight is not sold out, you will get refunded for one of those seats.
Oh, all right.
And I think that's the way to go.
I think that's the way to go. Southwest's changing all their shit. They don't. Your bags don't fly free or anything.
Well, they do if you select the top tier ticket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still get the bags free.
Well, this Ryanair passenger, I don't know where fucking Ryanair is, but was subjected to the ultimate petty crime after a fellow flyer stuck his cheesy smelling feet underneath her seat for the entire flight.
I don't know why that is a thing ever.
This person was flying. They were flying from the UK to Spain.
I don't know how long a flight that is.
It can't be that long, but she said as soon as the person sat down, they took off her shoes, and then she could see she was recording the guy's feet, and she said as soon as he took off his shoes, you could smell something was bad. And I don't understand people's.
That's so fucking wrong. Look, if your feet are fucked up, you know it.
I know.
There isn't a time where that you would be like, oh, that's my feet. You fucking know.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing that people will sit on a plane and fucking lose all common sense. Like, this is my area.
It's like being on a bus. There still has to be like social etiquette.
Yes. I don't understand the taking your shoes off.
No.
Now, if you're in, because even if so I flew from here to Singapore, and so that's a 25-hour flight. All right. So there, you're going to sleep on the plane. So most people don't wear their shoes. They give you socks and slippers to put on your feet just so you're not barefoot, so that you don't stink up the whole fucking plane. So every passenger gets them. So it's not like it's there for people, because you shouldn't, if you have stinky ass feet, you shouldn't fucking do it.
It's just rude.
It's totally rude.
It's not even lack of common sense. It's just rude.
Yeah.
And like people that throw their feet up on the leg rest, you know, of the person in front of them, or not the leg rest, the
armrest.
People
thing.
throw the arm, yeah, and it's just like, I don't get, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't get people's self-awareness with stuff. You know, like I just went to Hershey Park for fucking 3 days.
Jeez, what the hell is that to do for 3 days in Hershey Park? That's a 1-day thing.
Well, it was. We stayed at the Hershey Lodge.
That's good. That's
which
a nice
is like
spot.
Yeah. So there's stuff for kids to do in there.
Is that the one that's like 10 minutes away, or the one that's right there?
It's the one that's like 10 minutes away.
All right.
So you take a shuttle to and from the park, and then has like a water thing inside of it and stuff like that to entertain kids. But walking through the park, the self-awareness of where people just are in your way all the time.
They just stop walking.
They just stop walking.
And there's like 8 of them.
Yes. Can you guess if you had to guess what country you had to guess would be it? Which would you say?
Oh God, don't make me say it.
If you say,
I'm going to go Russia.
So no, it wasn't Russian people. Asian people. Asian people have no self-awareness at all.
Is that because they're all tourists and they're just not... was it touristy Asians or homeland Asians?
I tried to tell. I asked for their passports.
I mean, were they talking...
couldn't... No, they were all speaking like Chinese or Japanese or... one of the E's.
I don't.
But it was fucking everywhere I go. I was just like trying to just walk forward, and I have a wagon. I'm pulling a dumbass wagon.
They let you bring a wagon in there, or did you have to rent one?
No, they let me bring it in.
Like just a wagon, not like a
stroller
wagon.
No, it was just like one. It was like a fold out wagon that I could just like plop the kids in and pull them around, and everyone had the same fucking wagon that was there. But they would just, I would just walk in, here it is, and then they would look. They would definitely see me, and then just fucking stop in the middle of the fucking way. And it drove me up a fucking wall. Fucking old man. We're doing such old man bits.
I think being at Hershey Park for 3 days would drive me up a wall. Anyway.
Yeah. I will say, we only really spent 2 days in the park, which was all right.
Did you get on anything?
The like kids rides. I didn't get.
You didn't like, hey, wife, sit here with the kids while I go and
No, I didn't care. I would have now, given that if my kids were older, then yes, I would have got on. I would have got on everything. But yeah, I just kind of just walked them around. I drank, so that's Hershey Park does know what they're doing, because like the areas that are like designated for little kids, it seems to be like where all the like all the beer vendors are. So you have a cocktail or two and then fucking walk around and then just wait for your next fucking cocktail. But I don't know, it just every time I'm like this, fuck Asians. And then it would get to the point where I would see them and I'm like, they're gonna fucking stop right in front of me. And then it happened. It would happen every single time.
You remind me of my wife when she's driving. My wife has never gotten into a car and drove anywhere, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours away, without having a story of how somebody cut her off. She nearly got into an accident. She could see it coming a mile away. Yeah. Like every time we drive somewhere, she cannot it's never just, I'm going to get in my car, drive, get to my destination and park. It is a thing with her.
Dude, does that happen even when you're driving?
Oh, fuck. I don't even want to get in when I'm driving. She stares at her phone, the whole time, like everybody does. And then it doesn't matter what's going on. She will look up and go, grab one. Nothing changing. Everything it doesn't matter. I could be stopped. Nothing. If she looks up, she thinks we're getting an accident. And it pisses me off so fucking much. I'm like, if you would fucking pay attention, you would know what's going on, And then all of a sudden, then she's sick to her stomach. It's like, because you're fucking looking at your phone, and then you're looking up, and you're jumping all over the goddamn car. So like, she's halfway up my window, because she's jumped out of her fucking seat,
grabbing the oh shit bar.
It's like, God.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. Like, I think it's like all wives start to when you're driving, they always are like, whoa. Yeah, and I'm like, I see it. I've been driving for the past 3 hours. I see it.
Good thing you were in the car. I would have smashed in the back of that guy. What I was thinking.
I'm like, oh, whew. I almost fucking demolished that person 5,000 feet in front of me. Do you know what's the weirdest thing is? So everyone makes fun of me for being a slow driver. A slow driver all the time. And my wife drives fucking 90 miles an hour everywhere. I always get fucking the speed camera tickets going 13 miles over the speed limit. They don't get you for 12. They get you at 13. And it happens to me. I think this year I might have spent $400 in.
Jeez. Well, one, is it the speed cameras or the police vehicle camera?
Speed is the speed cameras. The ones that don't count. They're just a fine.
Well, the ones that are on the police vehicle, they just say it's the same thing, but they...
the ones that flash? Yeah. The lights. Yeah, I think maybe one or two of those, most of them are like, on the side of a road. And then you just...
a guy that I know that goes to the pool, he does that sort of thing. And so...
He was thankless job.
He was saying that there's certain parameters that you can tell when one's coming. One, they have to warn you in a sign that it's there. Yeah. And then two, they have to have that porta potty there.
Oh, really?
Because the officer there's an officer inside of that vehicle. Has to be at all times, and they're required to have a bathroom. Which is why they're always parked.
That's so funny, because there's one that I notice going. I see every day, and it has a porta potty, and then there's a white. Because I always know to slow down. Like as soon as I see the sign, I'm like, all right, here it comes, and it's always there. But it is funny. I didn't know that it had a.
That's because the officer inside the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
So whenever you see that one sign that does it like a quarter mile down. And then you see a porta pot, like that's dead giveaway. Like just slow down when you see any porta pots on the side.
I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah.
Oh, learn something new.
Go.
You know what else I learned? Do you want to know the most a doctor has given the most dangerous sexual position that you can be in. And it's for males. The most dangerous sexual position for fractured penises.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking notes.
Jim grabbed his notepad, but yes. So
can I guess one?
Yeah, well, that's where I was going with this. So I would like you to guess the position. I feel like you could get it.
I mean, is it multiple positions, or is there one position?
There's one that is. There's one that is the.
Is it? Don't give me any real clues, but is it a standard? I guess, you have missionary, and then let's expand out one level of vanilla. It's not like 3 levels out of. It's not like some weird move that only porn stars do, right?
No,
like it's something that you and your significant other would probably do.
Yes.
My guess is her on her back, legs out, and you hammer down.
Nope, that is not it. That is safe according to
is it safe? It's not safe for her.
That is safe for. I mean, I can see how that can.
Because you can get a little too excited.
Yes,
going to town on
but
that.
it is not that.
I mean, the only other one that kind of comes to mind is like cowgirl. That
you're close. You're very, very, very close.
Reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl is the most dangerous position that you can have.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in sync with your partner while it's happening, the penis can come out and the pelvis can then hit the pelvis of the female. And they said the most fractured penises come from that position.
Yeah, because if you're in control and it slips out, it and can catch it oftentimes.
Yes.
Or if you don't catch it right away, you're breaking. Mm-hmm. Versus her, you got the full weight of her.
Yes.
Not really breaking, but except your dick.
Yeah. Yes. So I do, and then it made sense because remember when Dennis Rodman, when he, so Dennis Rodman broke his penis, and he claimed because he was dating Carmen Electra at the time, and she caught him in bed with another woman, and he said that she fell from the ceiling. She fell through the ceiling onto his penis, and that's how it got there.
Hold on. Carmen Electra didn't spy on him and fell from the ceiling. He said that he was laying in bed and this other random girl happened to just fall from the ceiling.
Fall from the ceiling onto his penis. It's the worst lie in the entire world.
I mean,
you give him kudos for trying to pull that off.
I think the worst lie, and I'll beat this guy's name out, is when after I guess he snorted some coke, and she saw it on his nose. He's like, "Oh no, that was sour cream from earlier."
Yeah, I just went from Taco Bell. That was when that scenario happened, and she was just like, "Oh, okay." My jaw dropped. I was like, that
worked.
That fucking worked.
Fucking
she totally believed that. Do you pee your pants?
No.
Do you have a leaky? Would you say leaky bladder where you pee and then a little bit comes out?
Nope.
We've talked about this before. Yes, you do.
What are you talking about?
When you pee at a urinal,
right?
And then you're done peeing, you are the person who told me if you stand on your toes like you're saluting someone.
No,
like
you march.
Yeah, you march.
Oh, that's to get the last little, so you don't dribble on your boxers or shorts.
Yeah, so that there is, and that happens to women as well later on in life. And so I think everybody, so when I say don't pee your pants, I mean, you have little remnants or whatever.
I mean, that's a big difference.
So there is an article I read that said that regular sex can prevent you from peeing your pants, especially for women. They have after like menopause or later
after women give birth, they're
later on,
their pelvic floor.
Regular sex helps them to not pee. Having regular sex helps your helps keep your pelvic floor strong.
So it's to help the muscles.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just working out.
So orgasms in women strengthen the pelvic floor muscles through rhythmic contractions, which help reduce urinary incontinence and promote reproducctive health.
So they have to have an orgasm during sex.
Yeah. So I mean, there's drawbacks to that. There's all. She also urges that you should have sex without having sex without a condom has additional benefits for women, allowing them to absorb spermidine, a compound that activates cell renewal. So your seed just gives life to everything.
And that's why I'm so big on facials.
It's
rejuvenating.
Tightens the skin. Do you remember the show The Biggest Loser?
I started watching that. I think I watched an episode of that last night.
It's like four
okay.
parts.
I fell asleep, but I started watching it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is insane to watch that every single person from The Biggest Loser that like either won it or participated on it, they either gained all the weight back or they
not all of them.
Not all, so
the one black lady still looked pretty small.
Yes,
actually, the one white guy looked still pretty small.
Yes, but when you the funny thing is, like as you watch the episode, they talk about their lives afterwards and things like that. But anyone who is skinny on that show, they all do Ozempic.
Oh, really?
Yes. When you get like later on in it, they start talking about Ozempic.
Thanks for the fucking spoiler, jerk off.
I just ruined it for fucking everybody. But yeah, so it makes me laugh that like through all that stuff, like they would have to know they would have to have the tools, I think, to they just worked out forever. They know like how to eat, how to do that. But ultimately, all of them just were like, or I can just take a fucking shot.
Yeah. So I only watched the first episode, and I like I said, I think I may have even fell asleep last night. I can't remember if I did or not. But the one guy that won, whatever,
the brown shirt guy,
maybe I forget, but he was like, I would work out for cardio for an hour in the morning, do something around lunch, and then I'd work out for 2 hours at dinner. And then he's like, the last 2 weeks up until the final weigh-in, I ate nothing but bone broth.
Yeah. Because they were saying they were like starting to cheat, like they were doing unhealthy things just to try to win.
It became a competition as opposed to like just they wanted to lose weight. Like they wanted to lose weight, but they wanted to win the $250,000.
Yeah. So they're just doing whatever they can to do. It's just a weird thing because I was like, that does make sense because I would have did the fucking same thing. Like I would, if I was like if I had an opportunity to win, I was like,
right. Once you can see the finish line, you're like, fuck it. I need every little, pound that I can get.
Yeah.
I didn't. They started painting, I think, Jillian as like a devil.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's, to make it more talkable,
Yeah, it was
salacious.
Yeah, it was funny because like they were going through like all the articles saying about like drug abuse, like they would promote them to do drugs,
like some pills or something.
It was like caffeine pills.
Yeah, right. Like who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah, and that's what I was like.
It's what? A stretch, yeah.
But it was like illegal for the like game when they were playing.
They're made up rules.
Yeah,
it wasn't illegal. It was just
so they were like they penalized the team or whatever. But I was just like, why? It's a fucking caffeine pill. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure they served coffee.
It did make me think about how like when you read news articles, like you have to really like read into it because they would say they took drugs. And instantly, I'm like, oh, they're giving them cocaine. They're doing this or that, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, just caffeine pills. And to me, I'm like, oh, that's a fucking letdown. Right. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, they did paint her pretty pretty bad in the documentary.
And so I don't know if they like she has gone off not the deep end, but she has pivoted. She was like a TV personality, like very molded.
Yeah.
Jillian, yell more, do whatever. Like you are now a character of, Jillian Michaels' character. And then I guess she got fed up with that. And so now, and she's like a lesbian. So.
Is she?
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of, I guess, I can see it.
You didn't know until now. But yeah, she's a lesbian, but she is now, I don't even want to say she's conservative, but she's not left leaning.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if that plays in a part to it, because people like to attack, right leaning public.
Yes. Yes.
But I thought because she's a lesbian that she would be immune to that, right? Because that kind of gives you a pass. You know what I mean? But no, like they went after her.
Did you think she was hot in the show?
No, her face is I like a physique that you could tell somebody works out.
Uh-huh.
I don't need muscles, but she was a little too like prominent features in the face.
Yes.
I like a little softer look.
Uh-huh.
For the females that I find attractive.
Yeah. It was always weird, like, because you would look at her and you're like, I mean, she works out all the time.
She's not unattractive.
Yeah, she's not. But it was something that I was just like, yeah, It had
she has a little touch of, because her face is so defined, you see that jawline and you see like her eyebrows were like a little manly-ish.
Yeah.
I don't think she's unattractive. I would give to have her physique any day. Like, I would trade. But no, she's just not my.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same boat. And when it was kind of weird because I was just like, I don't know who. When you watch it, I was like, the girl who hosted it, I was like, she's actually better looking than.
Oh yeah, the blonde. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like.
Now, if I was gonna hire a trainer, I would rather have her than. What was the gay guy's name?
Bob Harper.
Yeah, Bob. I like Bob. I'd go have a beer with Bob because I think he's funny. Like, like a guy that I could just hang out with. But if like Jillian would get my ass in shape.
Yeah, she would yell at me.
Just get in my face and shit.
I know when because they showed like a scene with the black girl when Bob like went off and started berating her, and when he does it, I was like, you're just doing that shit for television. Like it didn't seem
feel right.
It didn't. I mean, and even Jillian was probably doing it from.
It's been known that they were telling her to ramp it up. Yeah.
But she was still like. I feel like that's like if you were in the gym and she was working, she was like your trainer. That's how she would be. Like I didn't think it might have been like dialed up to 10.
Right, but it was still in her wheelhouse.
Yes.
Just like Bob Taffer.
Oh, the bar rescue guy?
Like I think in the pilot or in like the test episodes, he was never yelling.
Oh, really?
He never yelled. And that was all producers be like, you gotta ramp this shit up. Like I need some confrontation.
Yeah.
And that's why he yells. Like that's not the way he does it. Like, that's just TV.
It makes sense. I mean, when he comes in yelling, it was always just like, what the fuck? I watched one episode of Bar Rescue. And it was in Baltimore. It was like in Fells Point. And he was yelling at this girl so bad about this about cooking raw chicken. And then I realized I was like, I went to high school with her, and then I was like, I'm friends with her on Facebook. And I just thought, and I always like I've seen her out like around, and I always like if I want to go up and be like, were you really shocked that fucking guy was just like fucking screaming at you?
Al Seafood was on.
Oh yeah.
Was that Bar Rescue?
No, it was
That was like a restaurant.
It was the Mission Restaurant Impossible or whatever with the like the guy who was like he's huge. He's like a big he's like a workout guy. Robert Irvine is his name.
Oh yeah, I drink his. He has bars. Protein bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're pretty good. But they redid the whole thing, and then it fucking closed up right after.
It's been closed. It's been closed.
Like they opened for like a week after that, and then it was closed.
It caught fire.
Right.
And then they were just like, oh, let's just not real. Every now and then, because I drive past it every day, I was always like, are they gonna? They keep having a sign that said "We'll open again" or whatever, but it's been like that. That shit ain't ever. Just a nice eyesore when you.
Yeah, because it takes up an entire corner. And then on the opposite corner is another closed down gas station.
Yeah, it's collapsed now. Right. So it's just fucking.
They need to do something with that fucking.
It's crazy how many of those bars and and things like along the lines with The Biggest Loser, like they can't stay skinny. These bars can't stay open.
Like, just like the home makeover shows. You still hear horror stories with that where the people left and there was shit that just wasn't done that was just looked like it was done for TV. Yeah. And then they wouldn't come back and fix it because somewhere in the clause is like, unfinished whatever. Yeah. And like their house is still falling apart. So it's like a fucking home version of Pimp My Ride.
Yeah. Damn it. I've been waiting for you to take a break so I could mention Pimp My Ride. Fuck. You could see
I saw it. I saw the glimmer in your eye.
Fucking cars catching on fire.
I saw Exhibit behind you.
Yeah. I fucking love Pimp My Ride.
It was a great show.
It is. I will. If anyone, most of the audience that has hung out with us, but if you've ever hung out with Jim and I feel like we bring up Pimp My Ride
way too much.
We bring it up way too much.
Yeah, it was because for a long portion of time. It was the only thing on MTV.
Yeah.
And it was still carried over because MTV like raised us, right? Like that was the channel that if I turned on my TV, it was on MTV. If I turned it off, it was on MTV. And then it kind of, even there, after I kind of grew up a little bit and they stopped playing music videos, you still have that carrier where you just still watching MTV. And for years, it was just Pimp My Ride. It was like a Pimp My Ride marathon.
Yeah. I always love it where it was like, you tell us about yourself. Oh yeah, I had a goldfish one time when I was 12 years old, and
do you ever have any pets?
I had a goldfish once, and they're like, oh, since you love goldfish, we built this car that's in a complete aquarium.
You can't see out the windshield.
It won't run.
Goldfish swimming in the windshield and shit.
And then it was always that like Spanish guy who did the interior for the cars, who always had to like reupholster the seats. And I was like, you got the shittiest job. I think it's because I have that fear of foam rubber. So it was like my least favorite part of the show when they would take that thing off and I'd see it.
They had the most.
The guy fucking touching it.
Like the popcorn maker in the back was fucking some of the dumbest shit. I mean, we've talked about it before, but the dumbest one was because she was a nurse and they put an EKG machine in her fucking car. It was like, there is no reason on earth for this to happen.
Oh, I know. It just all the time. The most random, minuscule thing you did, they just blew it out of proportion. An EKG machine. We know you're a nurse. You want to be a nurse on the go. So here's an EKG machine. Oh, yeah. It's good. Good times.
I'm going to throw a curveball. Speaking of exhibits, which was speaking of TV, and then we're going to pivot down the rabbit hole of film and movies. This has nothing to do with anything we've talked about. I've just had this in my podcast folder, and I need to get rid of it.
All right. This segment's called "Clean Out Your Olds." Out with the old, in with the new.
And it kind of, from nostalgia type shows, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everyone has seen the original. It's
yes.
And I was kind of, that guy quit acting. The guy who played Charlie. Yeah. Like that was his one and only thing.
His teeth were so fucked up in that thing.
I don't think his teeth are fucked up. So it got me thinking, like, what? He still gets royalties.
Oh, really?
To this day. Peter Alstrom, he's the one that played Charlie in 19... Guess the year.
Oh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
The original one.
1973.
1971. Oh. Close. And he never acted after that. Instead, he became a veterinarian. He still gets royalties from it. And he gets a royalty check every 3 months.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just take a guess of how much you think those royalty checks are every 3 months from starring in maybe the most famous, one of the most famous movies.
I am going to say, like, since he was a child actor, he got screwed. Every 3 months, $20.
You in the car listening, you have your guesses in.
Lock them in. Dum, dum, dum.
Every 3 months, he gets $8 to $9.
Every month or every 3 months?
Every 3 months.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
He gets about $24 to $27 a year.
I would like to know what, like, Gene Wilder would have got if he was, like, still alive. Wonder what his royalty would be on.
Speaking of crazy, I think we got to get out of here. We might be back next week.
We might not. You never know.
If not, I don't know. I would love to say we're back, but I jumped the gun too soon a couple weeks ago saying we're back.
I will say, I feel like we're trending upwards. We're trending upwards. So we're having some plans in place. Yes,
and we need some guests to get us back in these seats weekly.
Yes. So
you want to come on? Give us a shout on the DM. We'll probably check the DMs once a week.
Yeah.
At least. We need a social media manager, Steve.
Yeah.
God. I don't know. We're spiraling here.
Yeah, we're figuring it. We'll figure it out.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us yet one more time, and we will see you when we see you.
Bye.